Hi, welcome back. This is Adventures with Dr. Joe. You probably have one of these wheeled duffel bags, these wheeled luggage bags. They're really nice, but the wheels can have some problems. Many times they'll delaminate. The outer edge of the wheel will basically break down over time, and you'll see remnants of it throughout the airport. I see it all the time. And we're going to get a close-up of this, and I'm going to show you the remainder of this. And the problem is, when you lose that outside bit of the wheel, the diameter gets smaller. These things start to rub, they drag. They just don't work very well. But if we could replace these wheels, got a brand new bag. Let's see if we can do that. So look, you can see the edge, the remainder of some of this outer wheel that's still in place here. But basically, these things have failed and they need to be replaced. Of course, these bags are not meant to have these replaced. They're held in position with rivets that need to be drilled out so we can get to the axle of that wheel. Let's take a look inside the bag. So inside the bag, there are 4 rivets, 2 here and 2 here. Those are what hold the wheel in. This is the wheel. So we're going to drill these out and realize that we're going to either replace them with new rivets when we're done, or screws, nuts, bolts, things like that. And we'll go through that process. But we got these 4 to drill out on each side. So these are covered up usually by these pieces of cloth or of nylon mesh that are held in place with Velcro. You just move that out of the way. And now we're going to drill these out. Okay, there's the first one. There's the second one. You can see the washers have come free. And now those the two rivet heads are out, and they'll be able to pull them out. We'll be able to pull them out from the other side. Let's get the other 2 rivets. Just to keep things nice, I'm going to vacuum up all of the little particles from little metal shavings from drilling this out. Okay, there are the 2 other rivets we need to drill out. I hope I'm not blocking this too much, but we're going to drill them out right now. Okay, there's one. There's 2. Okay, I flipped it back over and I've popped these 2 rivets out. Here they are. And then we're going to get these last 2 rivets down here. There goes one. There's 2. So guess what? The wheel's free. There it is. So now we also realize that, you know, these things aren't very expensive. They don't spend a lot of time with nuts and bolts and things that are really nice. They just have this riveted in. So we're going to have to drill this rivet out as well so we can exchange and replace this failed wheel. So down here we've got all the rivets and then the wheel assembly, which we're going to drill out that rivet so it can replace the wheel. Okay, so I've got the wheel in a vise and I'm going to be drilling down on that rivet. There it is, it's off. It's pretty soft steel, mild steel. Now we're just going to tap that rivet out with a small punch. And there it comes. Finish that. There it is, and there's the destroyed wheel. So this is intact, it's in perfect condition. So we're just going to basically replace this wheel now and reverse these steps. Okay, so we got the wheels off. Next thing to do is to measure these because they come in very, very many different diameters. Now this one is about 62 millimeters with the outside rubber gone. So you bump it up to one of the more common sizes like 64 millimeters. That's the one that's going to fit. So we need a 64 millimeter outside diameter wheel to replace these. Otherwise, if it's too big, it's going to rub and be tight. So in this case, we need 64 millimeters outside diameter. It's basically 24. So 64 by 24 for this application. So here's our new set of wheels, and they're very nice. And it's interesting, they came with two sets of axles, little bit different lengths. So you can use whichever. We're going to use the long length because that's what it's going to fit with us. But here they are. The bearings are already in the wheels. They're very nice. Axles fit in there just fine, and they'll fit into this enclosure really nicely, so that the new wheels will be all set. So let's install. They come with screws that already have some Loctite on them. Do you see the little bit of blue on there? That's thread locker. And it comes with a number of washers also. Interestingly, it comes with as many screws as the number of axles. Although we only need 4 axles, it comes with 8 screws, which is pretty nice. And it comes with 8 washers. Okay, so we're going to put the axle shaft in. Line it up with our wheel. Push it all the way through. And then that should line us up here to put our screw in. Again, the screw with some Loctite on it, some thread locker. And there it goes, just like that. We'll put another Allen wrench on the side of the axle shaft just to prevent it from spinning as I tighten the screw right here, just like this. And we'll tighten it all the way up. There it is. And check this out. Look at that nice wheel spin. Beautiful. So now it's time to reinstall it on the garment bag. So these are the rivets I've selected to use. They're 3/32 by 1/2, and they fit into the existing holes really nicely, and they've got enough length. So what we'll do is we'll use some of these number 8 washers as a backing, because that'll give us a little extra support on the inside of the bag when we tighten up this rivet. So now that our wheels are installed, these just fit perfectly back into the location where we took them out. And we're going to use 3 of these small rivets here, but here we're going to need a much longer rivet. We probably will use a bolt nut. So you can see here I've already put the rivets in place. And now in the back, I'll take a look at that. We've got enough space here to put a washer in. Here we'll have enough length to put a washer on that when we tighten up the rivet and set it in place. So I'm going to do one of these right now. There's the washer. And here's the rivet. And as it deforms the rivet, the washer holds it in place. And there it is. Fantastic. We're going to do the other ones too. Now typically we're going to do 3 of those like that. And then again, need a longer one. We'll probably do a bolt here. So see if we can see the next one. There's the next one in view. Again, put the washer on it. And then when we open up the ratchet driver, the riveter, we push on it to be sure it stays all the way engaged, and then tighten it up, and then it will deform, holding and locking this in place. And then you'll hear this when that pin breaks, and then it's stored in this little cup here. The third rivet goes in here, and we're going to install it exactly in the same way we did the other ones with the backing washer, so it's got a lot of substance and support. So here's the first rivet. Look how nice that looks. And here are the other two, one on each side, and they really work well. Now we're going to do the fourth, which we're going to use a bolt basically because the depth is too large for a rivet. So for that fifth hole, I'm using a 5mm screw, 30 millimeters long, and I drove it in here. And we screwed it in here in the back, and then on the inside we're going to use a locking nut, a nylon nut that has that blue nylon in it, and a washer as a backing. So we'll get a nice washer out of my little washer thing here. So here's the screw, there's the washer. I missed. And now we'll put the locking nut on it. And we're going to screw it in place, and that'll lock it in so it won't come loose. So to lock it in place, we're going to use an 8mm nut driver. And there it is. We'll put the lining back together. And our repair is complete. Again, here's the old one. Look at that new one, that nice, look at that thing roll. Isn't that great? So that's how you do it. So thank you for watching. If you found this useful, please give me a thumbs up. It helps the channel a lot. Consider subscribing. Thank you.